Me and Chris are covering African American funerals and funeral traditions. And studying this, I've personally learned a lot more about African American funeral traditions because of the history from these subjects that I didn't know, and I have figured out through this, which is, you know, that's fun all on its own. And there's parts of it that Chris has explained to me that I didn't pick up in my studies of it that he found in his, which, um, especially around the Civil War and the studies about Prince Greer, and most of the traditions were brought from the Egyptians. So, um, our our slides and presentations cover everything from Egyptians all the way to modern practices. And most of it is based off of research and study that Chris has found, and a lot of the ones that I've found are in notes, and I'll have those uploaded with it also. So, Egyptian embalming um, is the roots for the African American funeral, and it was an African country with African rulers and African people, and these people are the ones historians credit for developing techniques in embalming and preparing the dead for their passing into the afterlife. And some of those traditions carried into modern practices in several different parts of the funeral directing business and the embalming business, which the embalming process and placing the body in a container is two of the things that carried from the Egyptian process, and they were kind of carried by word of mouth and practice traditions for many centuries. Uh, and the Egyptian embalming practices were very elaborate. They included cloths and spices, special techniques to preserve the body, and they were placed in a container for funerals and burials, much like the pharaoh here. But a poorer person wouldn't have the entire tomb. They would be buried inside of a small sarcophagus placed on probably family land or in part of a village's cemetery. You want this one, Chris, or you want me to get it? American slaves. Yes. Yeah. African slaves. I'm sorry. It kind of prepared them, didn't it? That was a very expensive investment then, too. It's actually really cool on that. It's really cool that we discovered that part. Yeah, you're more traditional. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. It's more traditional. Yeah, gives you the chance to see it through. There's nothing wrong with that. Uh, I think I think that's one of the things that I really like about it is they are still very traditional on sticking to, the more traditional we want our family to have the nice casket, or we want our family to be able to go to